Greetings and salutations. It's your humble correspondent, David Duford, here at Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense and Medicare, which is the reason I have my buddy in the business, Mr. Matt Munguia. Say hello, Matt.
How you doing, Mr. Duford? Thanks for having me on, bud.
As always, Matt. So we're talking today about Medicare. Do you know we guys sell and teach agents how to sell Medicare? It's a wonderful business. It's a wonderful model to incorporate whether you're brand new or if you're already selling something like final expense, you're missing the boat. And you really need to look into how to incorporate a Medicare business into your existing one so you can reap the rewards of a passive flow of income where you get money based off work you did years before. So specifically what we're going to talk about is, we talk a lot about in this channel about systems to duplicate success. You want to follow examples of success. Medicare is no different. If you're looking to get into Medicare, it's not enough just to join an agency that's going to, dole out a contract and then never talk to you again, or go watch this video that doesn't want to talk to you, as so many of them are commonly like. You have to replicate and duplicate what has been proven to work. And certainly a big part of a success in any sort of insurance business is seeing the people. In other words, the lead generation systems that agents use to get in front of them. Of course, we know it works. And that's why I got Matt on the phone here, who's a partner in our Duford Insurance Group Medicare Sales and Marketing Program. So Matt, tell us what the top Medicare producers are using as far as leads go. And some of you might actually be a little surprised. So take it away, Matt.
Yeah, easy enough. Direct mail leads, right, of all sorts. So typically, the top producers on the Medicare space that we have are working straight Medicare leads. There's designed to get in somebody's house on the Medicare side of the table. Now, that means now what have some of them done? I mean, we have a guy that did 800 in one single year and actually in 10 months. Then he got hit with COVID. And so he would have probably done 1,000 in 1 year, but 800 in 10 months. Another fella, superstar, 600 in 9 months. I think they were trying to show up each other or pushing each other. But either way, it was fun to watch from the sidelines and just watch greatness happen. It's kind of like Brett Favre and Troy Aikman going at it. But also, there's a lot of agents here that are going straight final expense direct mail leads and cross-selling. For example, the rookie of the year didn't buy a single Medicare lead. He was selling 100% final expense with his final expense leads, sold over 300,000 in AP there, and would cross-sell and sold over 300 Medicare policies. All this in his first year as a rookie. Yeah, so pretty impressive stuff. Leading with direct mail, king of leads, and then going from there.
Why would final expense leads give us Medicare prospects? Can you explain that to the audience?
Yeah, it's the perfect fit. It's like wine and cheese. They just go together. Because Medicare typically is 65 and above. There are some people that qualify that are under 65, but typically 65 and above. And who are we mailing to in the final expense arena? Usually 55 to 85, 55 to 80, somewhere around there. So a good portion of your leads are going to be in that 65 plus range. So you're already there. You're already in front of them. You've already spent the time to drive there. You spent the money on that lead. You spent the money to get there. So you might as well help them. And compliantly, you can. If you lead with a final expense lead, you can compliantly, you wear your little button, ask the right questions. You can compliantly help them with their Medicare in that same appointment.
Yeah, it's incredible. The business has gotten a lot easier to get in front of prospects. The rules have loosened over the last couple of years, and there's all sorts of effective ways to get in front of your prospects, and they need your help, guys. This is an untapped market, in my opinion, in the way in which we target it. And the beautiful thing about it is if you're already selling some kind of insurance, it's likely you're in the life side of the business, because a lot of the organizations out there, let's face it, it's a big MLM push. They push life insurance because there's a ton of commission. There's all these sorts of downlines. The problem that you face is that when you stop working, your money stops coming in, right? You're on the hamster wheel. I heard this a long time ago from an agent who's very successful in Medicare say this, and it didn't dawn on me as being true. until I realized that it was, and I started making money passively. And this is the thing about what our program can do for you. Even if you're happy selling your life product like final expense or mortgage protection or anything else, wherever you are, we can still help you on the Medicare side. And I believe you owe it to yourself, because when you make money based off of what you did years prior, it's a beautiful thing. Imagine going on the vacations without the worry or the stress of where's my money going to come from because you're out of work for a week or 2 weeks. So now your check comes in because of business that you placed years before. This elevates your business to a great level. Yeah, Matt, go ahead.
Let me give you, sorry, because you bring up huge points. Two big points here. COVID, right? So when COVID hit, think about when it first hit, people's reaction was, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? These people, they don't know what's going on. Some of them are not letting me in the house anymore. It was a mass hysteria and panic. The people that had 400 clients, even 200 clients on their Medicare books, that were making a guaranteed $50,000, $60,000, whether they decided to work that year or not, they were a little bit less stress-free or a little bit stressed out, right? So I think no matter what, like that was a perfect example. Also, I always go back to this. So what do some people know me for? The one big year I wrote 505,000, right? Well, let me tell you, David, if I could go back and rewind back to that year I did that and change, I wrote over 700 policies that year. If I could change those 700 final expense plans into 700 Medicare plans, I would have done it in a heartbeat, because I would have woken up the next year, right, to whatever that math is, 700 policies times $270. So, I mean, help me do the math there, but it's close to $200,000 probably.
Yeah.
Right. So somewhere in that ballpark. Well, yeah, I would have done that in a heartbeat, because I woke up to very little renewals. I had to do it all over again, Yeah. So anyway, I stress you got to get on some sort of program eventually, because the only way right now for a lot of agents, the only way they see it, if they're only doing on the life side, is build a big team, build a massive team. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that with Medicare.
No, and I think, and both of us have been on the team side, and we still are. And I love what I do. I'm sure you do too, Matt. I love helping agents. It's a passion of mine, it really is. But for a lot of people, it's not. It's a headache. And with the headache of dealing with people that, that may randomly call you, that you may be frustrated with, you may run the risk of a huge chargeback risk. And that risk just isn't as big in Medicare. And if at all, really. And then on top of that, there's just so much less overall workload in taking care of 1,000+ Medicare clients. You can hire a virtual assistant or some sort of person to help offload some of that customer service. A lot of your carriers do a lot of that work. Guys, this is the next level, and you need to be thinking this way if you're not. If you've been in this business at least 6 months on final expense and mortgage protection, if you want to sustain this level of business, you got to keep doing this kind of activity. And just like Matt essentially said, that next year, even after a great year, start back here with a little residual, back at zero. Okay. Not with Medicare. You build passive income. You build money and streams of income, whether you decide to work or can work, or God forbid, something like COVID happens again. Imagine how much safer and feeling and having peace of mind you'll be when you don't have to worry about that nearly as much. So as you can tell, pretty passionate about this. I really believe in it. And I think all of y'all owe yourselves the opportunity to check it out, because it is life-changing, as we've seen so many of our agents who were in final expense or some kind of life insurance product make the move over. So here's what to do next. If you want to learn more, there's links above and below. Those links will take you to my website. You'll learn more about how our Medicare program works, so you can see if it's a good fit for you. Again, we have all sorts of opportunities, the opportunity to get free leads, world-class training opportunities to learn the carriers and the sales process, and more. So click those links to learn more. And Matt, thanks again for being here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy. Thanks for having me on. Bye-bye.